So today we're using the Sony HVL 46R something, with the new 46, and we're using the Sony remote. This system, like I said this before on my channel, when I use a Sony camera, I use Sony's flashes because they work that good. I'm going to shoot this in TTL today just to show you how good this is. And at a camera, I get solid images every single time. I would say 1 out of 500 photos, I get a fluctuation, and it could be because of the clothing, it could be because of the backdrop or something like that. But every other photo is always near perfect because I love their flashes. They're just that good with the Sony system. Now, I've tried ProPhoto, which you know I love. I've tried Godox. There is nothing that matches the Sony flashes. Now, here's the other thing. Everybody bitches that these still use AA batteries. I use rechargeable, and I never had to switch out a set of batteries for a 6-hour event. I've never had to change the batteries in one of these flashes. Always have them on, right? But it never actually had to change them out because I've just been that lucky with it. It just works. Now, I use this on camera and off. Today, I'm using it off through a shoot-through umbrella. Nothing expensive, nothing too elaborate. You can use any shoot-through umbrella. Just go on Amazon and look through the umbrellas, get a small shoot-through umbrella. It works great. The only thing that has some expense to it is the Magmod grip here, which I absolutely love. I've been using these since they came out. This is the original one. It works fantastic. I love this thing. It's easy to set up, easy to attach a flash. So definitely look into this. This I would highly recommend. Umbrellas, anything will do. I'll try to find one that's inexpensive, that's quality, and I'll put it up, but you can literally get anyone. Anyway, let's get to the shoot. It's a really quick one, 15 minutes at tops. My time, not yours. I'm going to cut it down quite a bit and show you what this little setup can do. Now, when I do a shoot through, I do put down the wide angle so it has more coverage on the umbrella, and I tip the head down versus straight where it normally is. It does help aim that down just a little bit and give you more coverage to the umbrella. Anyway, let's get to the shoot, see how we do. The first thing I want to say is this setup is so incredibly easy. And literally anybody can use this and create great images. First off, in TTL, I never have a problem with Sony flashes. These new flashes, the 46RM and the 60, absolutely, positively amazing. Now, I know everybody bitches about the AA batteries and, the price of these things, but when you get these kind of results without trying, we have to remember, I'm shooting an aperture priority at f1.8 on the 85 millimeter Sony lens and ISO 125th, and I'm just letting the camera do the rest and the flash do the rest. And it just works every single time. Now, I said before, like I'll have one or two that are, underexposed or overexposed in rare cases at an event. But for this kind of setup in studio with just this umbrella, I didn't have one issue with one of the flashes. It worked every single time. No misfires, no overexposed images. The system just works. Now, I like using both bounce and shoot through. I use bounce more than I use shoot through, but this is easier and covers more. But you can see, when I move it to the side, I can still get that 3D kind of look in the face with the flash just by moving it in different areas. You can just play with this, but you have so much leeway with this kind of flash setup that it really doesn't matter. The key is, having a little bit higher than the model, obviously, shooting down. I know it's a nice look for some people. I don't personally like it, but it may work for you when you have the flash down just a little bit. But in any case, using these flashes are, the color science is perfect. The TTL is nearly perfect. And it really is a brainless flash setup. So, if you're on a Sony system and you want to use flash, studio flash, I can highly, highly recommend the Sony flashes. And, the 46, if you don't need the 60, don't buy it just because it's the best. The 46 is still an amazing flash. it's just they're one step down. Obviously, it has like a guide number of 46. The other one has a guide number of 60. I rarely need that 60. I have it just in case I need it at times. If I'm doing a very large group, I'll use it. But otherwise, I'm using the 46 at most events and in studio like this. It just works for me. Give it a try. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.